Joanne Dawson, my audience. All right, my informative speech. How can we safely write our next life chapter during this pandemic? During seasonal epidemics, such as the flu, many of us do not experience it, nor do we think about flu season. We go along with our daily lives. We go to work. We go to school. We can even go to church. While we may avoid some things, but this pandemic has really been life-changing. I may have experienced the flu this season, but unfortunately, the coronavirus has spread it to such a global proportion. The flu is just like a common cold to it. COVID-19 is much like the sixth degree of separation, where I have a friend of a friend statement could mean we know or know of someone whose life has been changed or touched by this disease. With this being said, to this day, the pandemic is much concerning outbreak to the world as it has ever seen anytime or anywhere. As a caregiver, I have to take care of not only the elders who may be at high risk due to their age alone. My responsibility do not end with just caring for the older generation. It means I must see myself at risk as well. How can I look at my own wellness by exposure and social activities? My ability to stay well myself is important as the precaution that must be taken in caring for someone. There is no doubt that this pandemic has created a worldwide disaster. From most mundane tasks to every aspect of work and home, our routine has been interrupted. How can we move into some normality when we are living in such troubled times, fear, and uncertainty? For me personally, even with my daily routine, learning about COVID-19 has helped me adapt to the world's new normal. I would like to share knowledge about this new virus, and with you today, hope it will help us sharpen our ability to adapt, give us less stress, and a new way to handle life during this difficult time. Let's look at COVID-19, the name. CO stands for corona, the VI for the virus, and the D for disease. And of course, it came in 2019. Where did COVID-19 originally come from? The public officials are working to give us the answer we need. We know there is a link to China. Health officials, through scientific research, has found it to be another creation of Mother Nature. A bat may be the host culprit. According to Dr. Patel, leading member of the coronavirus task force, according to Dr. Patel, the virus is a zoonotic disease, meaning as an infection that can jump between species. Just like in the early 2000s, the severe acute respiratory syndrome called SARS that affected many comes the same Mother Nature source. This came from the World Health Organization, www.who, INT. The original whereabout can be debated and is a continuing research. How does having this debatable knowledge help us? Having than having too much. The need to know COVID-19, it can be a mental issue. When we read or hear news that could be a potential harm to us or our family members, we may experience a little concern. Full fear. The first thing is to start with yourself. Looking at your thoughts and behaviors. First, get the facts. Keep things in perspective and manage your emotions. All people, all walks of life, all ages are at risk for this potential deadly virus. However, older people and those with pre-existing conditions seem to are more vulnerable. According to the World Health Association, wearing a mask is very important. This can help slow down some of the spread of the disease. Also, social distancing. Now, social distancing has really interrupted my life because I am a social person. I love to hug, I love to shake hands, all that good stuff. But now, I can't do it. It's a little different for me. To me, it's hard. But to protect the people that we're around, we have to do what we have to do. The pandemic has caused a lot of stress, anxiety for many people. Having as much knowledge about the virus, watching closely for symptoms will give us a sense of control over the situation. There has been a report increase in depression and anxiety during the pandemic, leaving us to cope with the stress and the unhealthiness. Fear is a factor. Dealing with daily life and coping as a caregiver, not all people react the same way. Who will help us with this financial burden? This is life-altering, life-changing. How do I know if I have the virus? We have to get ourselves tested. We have to check for the symptoms. Where do we go to be tested? There are different sites. There are different places. According to www.cdc.gov, coronavirus 2019, it has a lot of information. What do I do if I do get sick and have come in contact with someone with coronavirus? First, don't panic. Go see your health provider. And prevention is going to be the key. That way, you will not have to worry about trying to see if you have coronavirus. What should I do? Stay quarantined. Practice the social distancing. Wear your mask.